Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. So here we are, Browns fans, and I've got some pretty compelling news about our quarterback situation that's gonna have a ripple effect across the AFC North and beyond. As we all know, this season has been a roller coaster for Cleveland, especially at the quarterback position. We started the year optimistic, with Dillon Gabriel showing flashes of potential. But the harsh truth is that his NFL journey might be hitting a crossroads much sooner than anyone expected. And honestly, it's a story that's been unfolding in the shadows, but now it's impossible to ignore. Gabriel, the Browns' third-round pick this past spring, arrived with a lot of promise. He was supposed to be the future, the guy who could elevate our offense and help us compete at the highest level. But as the games rolled on, it became clear that the NFL might be a much tougher stage for Gabriel than it was in college. His season started with some bright spots, sure. Against the Raiders, he connected on 109 of 184 passes, finishing with a 59.2% completion rate and throwing for nearly 940 yards, with 7 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. Not bad for a rookie trying to find his footing, right? But dig a little deeper, and you'll see that he only surpassed 200 yards passing once all season. That's not exactly the kind of production that gets you fired up. And his sack rate, nearly 9%, tells us a lot about his struggles under pressure. It's clear that mentally, Gabriel has the tools, he's got the quick processing skills and the ability to make accurate throws when everything's going smoothly. But in the NFL, those moments are few and far between if you can't handle the heat when defenses turn up the pressure. And then came that Week 11 game against the Ravens. No one expected it to be the end of the line, but that concussion changed everything. Gabriel had to leave the game at halftime, and that opened the door for Shedeur Sanders, the Browns' 5th-round pick, to step in. Now, Sanders is exactly a household name yet, but he's shown flashes of promise. He led the Browns to a 24-10 win over the Raiders, with a solid game and some help from our defense. It's a sign that the young guy is growing and that the team believes in him. And with Gabriel out, the question isn't just about who starts next week, but about the future of our quarterback room. Most insiders and fans alike now agree that it's highly unlikely Gabriel will see the field again this season as a starter. Sanders, after that impressive win, looks like the guy Cleveland is going to ride with for the remainder of the year. And honestly, that makes sense. Browns' coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has always been about developing young talent and making smart, strategic decisions. Stefanski praised Gabriel for handling the benching with class and maturity, saying, "Our guys are great teammates. That's what I appreciate about the guys on this football team. You push each other, you pull each other when you need to." So he'll be in that backup role, and he'll do everything in his power to help this football team, everything in his power to help Shedeur. That's the kind of leadership and team-first attitude we need, especially in a season that's been full of adversity. From a broader perspective, this situation highlights some important themes for Browns fans. First, it underscores the importance of having depth and talent at the quarterback spot, a position that's so vital to winning in this league. It also reminds us that development isn't always linear. Gabriel had a lot of potential, but the NFL is unforgiving, and sometimes young quarterbacks need time to adjust, learn, and grow. Unfortunately for Gabriel, the injury and subsequent benching might mark the end of his first NFL chapter, at least for now. But it also opens the door for Sanders to step up, gain experience, and maybe even carve out a role as a reliable backup or future starter. Looking ahead, this shift at quarterback could have ripple effects across the AFC North. The Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers are all watching this closely. If Sanders continues to develop, and the Browns' offense finds its rhythm with him under center, that could throw a wrench into the division's power dynamic. Cleveland has always been about resilience, grit, and finding ways to win, and now it seems like we're on the verge of seeing how our young guns can lead us into the future. The Browns have a talented roster, and if Sanders can harness his potential, we might just be looking at the start of something special. For our fans, this whole situation is a reminder of how unpredictable football can be. One game, one injury, and suddenly everything changes. But that's what makes this game so exciting: the hope, the uncertainty, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The Browns have faced plenty of challenges this season, and even though Gabriel's time might be coming to an end, the team's focus remains on winning games and building a competitive squad. The coaching staff is clearly committed to helping Sanders develop, and we as fans should rally behind him, support our team, and keep the faith. That's what Browns football is all about: overcoming obstacles, trusting the process, and believing in the next man stepping up. Now, we shouldn't forget that Gabriel's story isn't over yet. He's shown resilience before, bouncing back from setbacks in college, and it's possible he could still find his way back in the league. But for now, the spotlight is on Sanders, and we need to see how he handles the pressure of being the guy with the future of Cleveland's offense on his shoulders. With his size, arm strength, and the confidence he's starting to show, there's potential there. The question is, can he translate that into consistent performance? That's what Browns fans are eager to see in the coming weeks. All in all, the Browns are at a pivotal point in this season. We're witnessing a changing of the guard, a passing of the torch, and a real test of our team's depth and resilience. The AFC North is fierce, and every game counts more than ever. If Sanders can keep improving and the defense continues to play at a high level, we might just sneak into the playoffs and make some noise. But it all begins with how our young quarterback adapts to this new challenge. Browns have always been about grit, heart, and fighting till the last whistle, and I believe we're on the cusp of seeing that spirit shine even brighter with Sanders leading the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, Browns fans, the big question is, what will the future hold for our quarterback room? Will Sanders develop into a true franchise guy? Can Gabriel bounce back from this setback and prove he belongs in the league? These are the debates that will dominate our conversations in the coming weeks. But one thing is for sure: Cleveland is a city that never backs down, and our team's resilience has always been our greatest strength. We've been through tough seasons before, and we've always come out swinging, stronger than ever. This season is no different. We're witnessing a pivotal moment, a chapter in Browns history that could define our future trajectory. The AFC North is brutal, competitive, and full of talented teams. But if Cleveland's young guns can step up, if the coaching staff can keep their focus, and if our fans stay loud and proud, there's no reason we can't dream big. So, Browns Nation, as we wait to see how this quarterback saga unfolds, remember that every setback is an opportunity in disguise. Sanders has a chance to show the league what he's got, and Gabriel's resilience might still surprise us all. The road to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with this team's grit and determination, I truly believe we're in the fight for something special. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's keep supporting our Browns through every twist and turn. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and I know that no matter what happens, Cleveland Browns football is about heart, passion, and never giving up. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.